When I started this channel, I had the intention of creating educational dance game content for the community, which I did for a bit, but my motivation ran dry really quickly. Since my last few uploads, I've had over a year to think about my personal relationship with content creation, and I think it's important that I'm not only proud of what I put out, but that I also have fun creating it. I think I'm ready to make videos again, but I'm trying to be really critical about what I put my time into so that it doesn't become something that sucks away energy from me. The ITG tech notations video was something I created out of necessity. I felt like modern ITG was becoming more and more complicated and nobody was creating anything to make it easier. I've talked about this on my stream before, but Dance Games Daily was actually more or less a product of seasonal depression. I was living in Boston, but it was pre-vaccine, so I wasn't really going into the city, and even pandemic aside, it's super cold in January in Boston, so I was barely going outside anyway. I'd finish work at 5, maybe play ITG and eat dinner after, which left from about 8:30 until the time I went to bed to do absolutely nothing. I started Dance Games Daily not only for the community, but because if I didn't find something to do during those cold winter nights, I'd actually go insane. When vaccines became more accessible in the US and the warmer weather started to roll in, I started to feel more comfortable about going out and living my life, which is why Dance Games Daily also ended. Towards the end of ECFA 2021, the videos felt more like a chore than something I actually enjoyed doing. I'm so thankful to those who followed the series, and to this day I still get a lot of positive reception on that series, and I'm really happy that a handful of people got a lot out of it, but it just wasn't sustainable for me to continue working on it. Stepping away from Dance Games Daily was so freeing. If you follow me on social media, you've probably seen that since the summer of last year I've barely been home, and I was in a different city seemingly every week. Houston, Chicago, New York City, Boston, San Francisco, Yellowstone, Denver, Tampa, Seattle, Arkansas, Baltimore, just everywhere. And honestly, I'm so grateful to have had the privilege and opportunity to make that happen for myself, because I was truly just living my best life and having a blast the entire time, even if it was extremely exhausting at times just to be hopping around that much. After all of the traveling I did in 2021, I decided to purchase the Sony ZV-1 camera to take with me on all of my travels. I thought vlogging would be something that I would enjoy pivoting to, but something still didn't feel right. I wanted to share the stories and experiences of the places I visited, but by taking a camera with me, it was hard to stay in the moment. I tried my best to record what I could, but it became really hard to put everything together into something cohesive because I had no idea what I was doing, and I especially didn't know why I was doing it. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I've always loved dance games for the friendships it's created and the places it's taken me, but if you're watching my channel, you already know how great this community can be. If I'm going to create content, I want to make something I can show my friends from high school, my parents and family, people from work, or to other communities, so they can see that this game is way more than just stepping on arrows and going to a few tournaments. They don't see the community the same way we do, but they could. I want to experiment with vlogging, but it's going to take some practice, and maybe vlogging ends up not working out for me. Maybe I pivot into podcasting, which is something I also seriously considered, and maybe that flops too. Or maybe it turns out I don't want to document dance game travels at all and I want to move on to sharing some of the other hobbies I'm involved with. All in all, I'm starting to feel comfortable putting something out there again. I just can't guarantee how good it's going to be. But I hope everybody enjoys seeing what I come up with and joins me for the ride as I figure out what the hell I'm doing. I deeply appreciate the support this channel's garnered over the last 2 years, even at a measly 300 subscribers. It's super crazy seeing new subscribers here and there, even though the last video of substance I put out was the final Dance Games Daily video, which came out over a year ago. Thanks for listening. Hopefully I finish a project for once and I see you guys on the next video. Peace.